part of my team is going home today, so we're saying goodbyes, but we're also getting stuff done because that's what we do. Let me get my brain juice. This morning, you guys, what we're going to be talking about is this. Productivity hacks for creating content. Content creation, productivity hacks. Yes, you want to hear this. Yes, you want to share it with all of your friends so you can be the awesome person that shared the coolest productivity hacks ever, okay? So, first things first, let's go ahead and do this number. Make sure that you click on, if you're watching on YouTube right now, make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified whenever new videos come on. If you are not watching on YouTube right now, do make sure that right after this video, you go and you search my first and last name on YouTube, click on the subscribe button, and then also the bell so you get notified when I go live, because it's always going to be something different, something new, something thought-provoking, something that might be a new perspective on something you already thought that you knew. But you guys, at the end of the day, if we can keep having new perspectives on things and we can keep learning different ways to look at things and maybe make them easier for us, in my opinion, that's the name of the game. So, let me get rid of this. And, all right. Just juicing up. Julie! Yay, I'm sitting here trying to batch content. I need to hear this. I'm going to make it easy for you guys. Gonna make it easy for you guys. If you're in my Home-Based Revolution, which is my signature program, you already have a lot of content prompts. I gave you guys 101 content prompts there, so you've already got things that you can talk about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it easy on a weekly or a monthly basis, however long you want to take it out, to get that stuff done, okay? Because for a lot of people, content is your Achilles heel. For me, content is pretty easy, but that's because I've been doing it for so long that I've naturally fallen into extremely efficient ways of doing things, right? So you do something long enough and you're naturally going to find the easiest way to do it. So I'm just going to share with you easy ways to do things. There it is. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to bring my notes over here. Productivity hacks for creating content. First thing that you guys should do is the easiest way for a productivity hack, all right? The easiest way to create content is to think of a theme for each week, okay? Now, you can do an entire month's worth of content with 4 different themes, or if you're just starting out and you're just getting into this, I would not dive into the deep end by creating 4 weeks worth of content. I would just go into 1 week, okay? Make sure you have enough time to focus on that. I would say 1 to 2 hours is really all that you're going to need to be able to focus on that as you start. Now, eventually you'll be able to do a full week of content within 30 minutes. That's typically about how long it takes me to do a full week of content, 30 minutes, okay? But when you're starting out, don't assume that you're going to be able to do it that fast. 1 to 2 hours, go ahead and set aside that time for yourself and be able to create this content, okay? So a theme for the week. So, you know, if you're in HBR, my signature program, you already know, how to determine what your themes are, how to determine what you're going to talk about. If you're not in that, just like a high level something to know is basically how do you serve your people, and then what else can help them out that shows them that you're there for them, right? That you're there to help them out, and then also can lead them up to the things that you offer. That's kind of like a very high level version of it. But what you're doing is you're educating your audience. So the topics that you want to work on or to do: education, entertainment. You want to educate people, you want to entertain people, and you want to inspire people. If you hit those 3 things, then you're good. And they're not those 3 things in one post. Sometimes they can all be in one post, But that's not, I'm talking about like an educational post, an inspiration post, and then an entertainment post. I also like to do community building posts as well. So those are 4 things actually. So you determine what your theme is going to be for the week. And then inside that theme, what you do is you break it into bullets, okay? So within that theme, what would you like to be able to share that week, all right? So remember, you're entertaining, you're inspiring, you're educating, you're community building. How do you want to break that theme up, all right? This is going to require you. This is going to require you determining these things. If you're an HBR, it's going to help you out a ton. But this requires you actually determining these things. I'm not going to tell you what you're going to write about because that's not what I'm doing. I'm helping you with your productivity hacks yourself. There is a point where you need to determine what your content is, quite frankly, because your followers aren't following me. They're following you, right? So you need to be yourself as you're creating this content. That's why people that tell you to copy and paste stuff from them on your social media, that's never going to work. Never, ever, 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 ever is that going to work, okay? So what I do is I give you topics. So like an HBR, I give you topics to talk about, and then you do it as you on your own, right? Or if you're in Young Living, then you take Silver Made Simple and you have like these content prompts. They're prompts, but you do them as you, right? Because you can't lose your own flavor in the mix, or else you're disingenuous, right? You're not transparent, and you're not authentic, and people will smell that a mile away, okay? So let's see. Break it into bullets, all right? And then whenever you're breaking it into bullets, try to stay consistent with the number of bullets. And what this means is the number of bullets that you're breaking it into is how many posts you're going to do that week, okay? About your content or this content that you're creating. If you want to break it into 5 different bullets, that's awesome. But try to be consistent with how often you post, okay? So don't have one week where you post 7 times, like every single day, and then the next week you post twice. That's inconsistent, and it leads to lack of trust. And there's no reason why people aren't going to trust you. It's not because you've, tripped over your shoelaces and totally done something untrustworthy. That's not it at all. It's a psychological thing. They were here all of this week, and all of a sudden they're not really here right now. So there's a lack of trust that happens, okay? So you need to mitigate that. So that's why consistency is what matters. It doesn't matter. You don't have to show up 7 days a week if you're not comfortable with doing that consistently, right? If you're comfortable with showing up 5 days a week consistently, then make sure you have your 5 bullets for every theme for every week as you're creating your content, right? Let me see how everybody is doing. Awesome. And then your bullets, say you've got 5 of them. Let's just say 5. Let's say 3, so I don't make people nervous that are watching this video and they're like, I need to do 5. Whenever I say numbers like that, they're completely 100% arbitrary. It's more about you and what you can do consistently. So if I say 5 and you freak out, don't turn off the video because, oh my goodness, she's talking about too much. Just make it yours, okay? I'm just using numbers. I could say 535 posts. Of course, that would really freak you out. That would freak me out. But those posts, you guys, those can be written posts. Those can be live videos. Those can be maybe you write a blog and then share it, right? Like that's where those posts come from, okay? Bonus points for having them be multi-platform posts. So say like you do a YouTube video and then you embed it, which I show you how to do in HBR, go figure. You embed it into your blog and then you post that entire blog, right? With the ways that I teach you how to post that as well. There's a right and a wrong way to post a blog, just a heads up. One way will get people, like they just won't see it in the first place because the algorithm will kick it out. and the other way, they will actually be able to see it and likely go to it, okay? All of this is in HBR, you guys. So if you're doing lives, which I do, obviously, if you're doing lives, what I would do, obviously, I read through my notes, right? So if you're doing lives, create notes for yourself for that live. You don't need to create the whole, you don't need to write the whole thing out. You're not going to sit here and read the whole thing, right? Just bullet points that you know that you want to hit on before the video is over. Let me look at my time, speaking of. And then just run the live, okay? And so you basically, you can't pre-schedule a live. You can't pre-record a live and then send it live. You can do like different spotlights and stuff like that, but I don't really like those. I mean, if we're being real, I don't really like those. They feel like premieres, you know, they feel a little weird. But what you do is you just get your notes ready for those lives. So basically, you know, like on Saturday, if you're getting all of your content ready for the next week, what that looks like is grabbing your notebook. Okay, so on Monday, I'm going to do a live about X, Y, and Z. Awesome. Well, here's my notes for that live. Cool. That's done. Okay. Tuesday, I'm going to do a live about X, Y, and Z. Here's my notes. You've got your content done. Okay. Now, if we want to take it even a step further, what you can do is you can create supporting content within sort of like your biosphere that I talk about in HBR. This is like, you're able to create a blog post that goes along with this video that you're going to create, right? And then you can connect them the way that I teach you how to do. You can create a quote card that goes along with this video that you're going to do. All of this stuff, you can send out an email to your email list that you're building, right? You can make sure that you use your call to action that comes with your guide that then is going to help people out. Maybe you don't have a guide ready yet to go along with this live. Well, on the Saturday, go ahead and create the guide. I show you how to do that. Not a big deal. Create that guide so you're able to, in your live, say, okay, if you want to know more about X, Y, and Z, I created something for you. Just go right here, put in your email, and it's going to get shot right out to you. If you don't want to put in your email, no big deal. You don't need to get it. It's no biggie, right? Or invite into your group. If you have a group where you support your people, you can invite them into the group as well, and they can learn more about it. You guys, content, all right? I'm telling you how to make it easy. It is the machine. That in HBR, which is my signature program, I teach you guys how to do all of this stuff. And some people, like if you were to look at it and try to look it up yourself, you're going to confuse yourself. You're going to paralyze yourself because you're going to be like, oh my goodness, what? How does that fit with this? How do I do that and then this and then that and then this? And then you're going to get paralyzed and you're not going to do it. What I do is I show you how to do it because I've been doing it, because I know how to do it. It's not difficult. I had somebody message me today and they said, do you teach us how to do Facebook ads? I know how to do Facebook ads like a boss, but what I'm teaching you is how to get out there without having to spend extra money. Organically, authentically, being yourself without spending extra cash, because that's not necessary, okay? So even though I know how to do Facebook ads like a boss, I'm not going to teach you how to do that. And the reason why is because you don't need to spend extra money. I'm not going to make you spend extra money. It's stupid, unnecessary, okay? So anyway, productivity hack is creating themes for your weeks. Break them down into bullets. Determine what your posts are. If it's going to be a written post, go ahead and write out the post. You can pre-schedule posts. If you didn't know about that, you can absolutely do that within groups, okay? I would stay away from schedulers that are external to Facebook, okay? What you can do is you can just save, if it's a written post and it's going to go on a personal page, which you don't have a scheduler for, a Facebook scheduler for, internal, Facebook being the scheduler, right? What I would do is I would have the image for it all ready to go. I would have it sitting in a notepad on your computer, have the post ready, have the image ready, post it on that day when you're ready to do it. You guys, when you use schedulers, third-party schedulers that are not of Facebook but that connect into Facebook, you lose eyeballs. Okay, the algorithm is not nice to those schedulers. And go figure, it's because Facebook has its own scheduler and it doesn't want these other things to override it. That's how Facebook, it's like Facebook wants to be the king, right? And it's not going to, whenever these other schedulers connect in and post for you, Facebook doesn't like that. So it's not as many people are going to see it. So a lot of people are using these schedulers because they're like, oh, it's so efficient, it's so easy, and da-da-da-da-da. It also costs money, which is unnecessary, okay? You get less eyeballs, which is dumb, okay? And then the third thing is that you can just do it on your own. Just keep it in your own notepad on your computer, copy and paste it whenever you're ready to go. Okay, you guys? So there's another gold nugget. All right. What questions do you guys have? And yes, Rita, it is the same for Instagram. Facebook and Instagram are the same company now. It's the same for Instagram. Let's see. What a morning. 16 minutes, man. Okay, Martha, I need this. Thanks. Oh my gosh, of course. Oh, I need to say this. 3 days. Oh my gosh, you guys, I almost forgot. 3 days is all you have left to get in at half price. You guys, I am not playing with you right now. 3 days in order to get into my signature program that is literally, a friend of mine posted last night that she, last month, made more money than her husband doing the things that I teach. And he was like, he told her, he's like, oh, I'm going to be able to come and work from home sooner than I thought, right? You guys, this is real. I'm not kidding. I talked to another friend of mine yesterday who's a professional in the industry, and she's like, girl, you are pulling back the curtain like nobody else has. And the other people that pull back the curtain, they charge like 25 grand for it. This is nothing. I charge like nothing for this. Okay, you guys? My goal is making it accessible so families can create economies around themselves that nothing else can touch. Okay? Whatever else is going on in the world, I really don't know. It's not touching us and our economy around us. We're still able to show up and serve. We're still able to do whatever we want to do. Like, that's it. Anything else going on in the world has nothing on us. And that's what I want to teach other families to be able to do, because it totally is possible for everyone on the planet, you guys. I'm spitting. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to my Facebook business page. Go to Livin the Dream with Martha. You're going to message me the words case study. Does that mean that a bot is going to message you back because you're using these words? No. The reason that you're messaging me the words case study is so I know what conversation we're about to have. Because if you just come in and message like, hey, how are things? Then we're going to have some fluffy conversation first. But you guys, I'm having hundreds of conversations, okay? So it's so much easier for me if you message case study so I know where we're going, okay? And I'm going to ask you a few questions, see if I'm going to be able to help you out. If I can help you out, I'm going to invite you into the program, and the rest is history. But it is half off for the next 3 days only. I'm not kidding. That is not getting extended. 3 days only, okay? So make sure you get in. If you've been sitting on the fence, get thyself in. Let's see, where am I? 1911. Oh, man. Okay, well, I just have to go. Doggone it. Oh, here we go. Leanna. Your blog information has literally changed my whole life. I went from feeling like no way I could do something like that to OMG, that's super easy. I got this. Boom! That is what we're doing, friends. That is what we're doing. Okay, you guys, have the best day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.